What's good, YouTube? That 182 here, back again once again, and today, let me close TweetDeck because the last thing I need is tweets going by distracting me from what I'm supposed to be talking about. But today, we have our update video of sorts. This is our pit stop on the channel because we did just finish a main series LP being our Platinum Randomized Nuzlocke. And if you guys have been with the channel for a while now, I feel like I say this on every single update. I'm sure I do, but if you guys have been with the channel for a while now, then you guys know update videos like these are treated as like pit stops of sorts. There are points for us to sit down and come together and talk about what's been happening on the channel, what's happening right now on the channel, and what's to come on the channel. And of course, anything and everything we talk about in today's update video, I would love to hear feedback from you guys. I say this all the time, this is our channel, not just mine. It's our channel, not just mine, because I can pump out content all day long, but without your guys' interaction and support, means nothing. So this is our channel, so everything that we touch on today, if you guys want to go ahead and leave your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below, I'm absolutely I'm staying in this comment section because I want to hear what you guys think about it, and I want to get your guys' feedback and everything. And I literally just forgot about one thing. I know this always happens. I literally just forgot about one thing, and I wrote it down just now to talk about. So I got a whole big long list of stuff, 2 sticky notes, they just fell apart. I got a whole big long list of stuff that I want to talk about, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I say that every single time. It'll probably end up being another 30-minute video, so I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's dive into it. Before we actually start talking about projects on the channel and whatnot, I want to remind you guys that we do have a P.O. box open now. A lot of you guys have been asking for a long time, you know, Nappy, when are you gonna have a P.O. box? You're gonna open a P.O. box so I can send you something, we can do this, we can do that, yada 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 yada. We do have a P.O. box open now. The address to it should be in the description. You guys can send me anything you want. If you want to send in fan art, if you want to send in notes, letters, if you guys want to send in Pokemon cards, whatever you want. As a matter of fact, I have 3 letters right here that I actually pulled from the P.O. box the other day. I don't want to put people's information on blast or anything like that, but I have one from Jeff M in Salt Lake City, Utah. I have one from Dom Fischetti, I think that's how you pronounce that, from Pittsburgh, and this one has no return address on it, but it's got some stuff in it. These two I can see have letters, you know, I can just see through the light, they have letters and stuff inside of them, but this one has something heavy inside of it. But what I want to do is I want to make a series like starting every Friday. Like I would check the P.O. box on Wednesday or Thursday, and on Fridays I would have something called, I think I'm going to call it P.O. box polls, I guess, because it's like alliteration. I guess when it comes to like TCG and Pokemon cards, and you have polls from a pack, I guess that's if you guys wanted to send TCG stuff, but it would just generally be whatever is in the P.O. box that week we go over. If there's one letter, then we'll just open up one letter. If there's nothing there, then there won't be an episode that week. But I wanted to go ahead and, before I actually did the first episode, I just wanted to show you guys this stuff, and plus I wanted to wait because I know there was a lot of you guys mentioned that you were sending me stuff already. I didn't want to just go ahead and do the first episode, and then some of you guys are like, what happened to the package I just sent you? It's like, well, it hasn't gotten here yet. So hopefully this Friday we can do our first episode of P.O. Box Pulls, and Jeff, Dom, and Mr. No Name here, I'll be opening up your letters as well. Don't worry, I haven't opened them yet. They're all still sealed across the back, but still, if you guys want to send something, by all means, like I said, the P.O. box information is in the description, and I'll be happy and glad to open it up. You know, it's crazy. I've gotten fan art in person before. You know, I've had people ask me to sign things in person before. So just to still have another way to connect to you guys, even if it's just through a square little box in a post office somewhere, you know, still that's one more way that I can connect with you guys that isn't available in other circumstances. So those of you guys that have sent me stuff already, even if I haven't checked my P.O. box yet this week and I haven't gotten it, or if you plan to send me something, thank you. Thank you already. I cannot wait. I honestly, like, these letters have been sitting here for like 2 or 3 days. I'm just like, oh my god, I want to open them so badly. But anyway, yes, our P.O. box is open and it's ready to go, and hopefully we can get that series up and running sometime soon as well. You're probably going to see me glance down and scratch stuff off just because that's how OCD I am about things. I also wanted to use this update video to speak on our second channel. I know I did an update video on our second channel a couple weeks ago, and I know our second channel hasn't had an upload on it in probably a week or 2 now, maybe a little bit longer. The only reason for that is just because it seems like every single weekend I have something else going on. This past weekend, because this update video was supposed to go up Saturday, this past weekend my brother and his family drove from West Virginia to Arizona, literally across country, and now they live an hour away from us. So this past weekend, Saturday morning, we drove up there to spend the weekend with them, and I've just been AFK. That's why I wasn't on the Prison Podcast this past week. I haven't been doing anything. That's why there was no Ash Gray on LumioStation this past week. That's why there was no upload yesterday and no free-for-all stream, because I've just been out of town. And when it comes to my brother and his family, you know, we only get to see them once every 2-3 years, so now they live an hour and a half away from us. I had to go up there and see them. So family comes first in that sense. So I apologize to you guys that were upset there wasn't a viewer free-for-all live stream or a whole lot of content going up this past weekend. But to that extent, the second channel, when things like that happen, like we had the LumioStation tournament 2 weeks ago, then I went to Omaha for Jamie's wedding, then I went up to see my brother this past weekend, you know, stuff like that pushes the upload schedule back. Because what you guys don't understand, how things work is 9 times out of 10 things are recorded the day before. So if you see something on Monday, it was recorded Sunday or Sunday night, so that you can see it on Monday. You know, it's not ever recorded the same day. If it is, it's probably gonna go up late. 9 times out of 10, things are recorded the day before. So when I have to go out of town, or when I have to do other things like the tournament, that just pushes everything off kilter, and it shoves everything back, and then it's this mad rush. And when it comes to that, like I told you guys before, the second channel is just a secondary priority for me. You know, I'm always going to focus on our main channel more so than that. You know, that's a side project. It's for fun. Am I ever going to completely abandon it? No. I have no plans to do that. None at all. You know, I love playing Skyrim. I love doing all this stuff. It's just what time allots throughout the day. That's what I can do. So either way, hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have a new episode of Skyrim over on the second channel today. Later tonight. I think I want to make Skyrim like a nightly type thing, so like before you go to bed you can catch an episode of Skyrim or something like that. And of course, if you guys didn't know, we have a second channel. It's included in the description as well. You guys can go check it out. Hit that subscribe button for us if you want even more content from moi. I actually have a couple finished LPs over there as well. But yeah, Skyrim is still ongoing. Tonight, Borderlands the pre-sequel comes out. I am 100% doing an LP of that over there, so you guys can check that out. I'll probably have 2 or 3 episodes of that up tonight, and then that'll just be incorporated into the channel schedule over there as probably a daily series, because I'm probably going to be playing that like crazy. Probably as a daily series alongside Skyrim. When it comes to Dungeon Defenders and Super Meat Boy, those are the only other 2 current series that I have over there. Dungeon Defenders is almost done. It's just, it's a pain and a half to get that group together, because as of right now, Jamie's out of town. She's in Vegas. Mo just quit school, so he's still got a few things going on. He's trying to get his channel up and running. Shady is busy 24/7. Literally, the man is busy 24/7 between his YouTube channels, and then he has IRL stuff with Sarah and stuff that he has to handle. So it's really aggravating, really difficult to get that group together, especially when we're so close to being done with the LP. But I'm not giving up on it just yet. I'll tell you guys that much. I'm not giving up on it just yet. I want to go ahead and knock that LP out because we're so far into it. Like, we were giving away copies of Dungeon Defenders Eternity, and they're just like in the middle of a giveaway, and we haven't uploaded in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't know. When it comes to upcoming projects over there, of course Gears 2 is going to be a thing. Some of you guys didn't like Gears over on that channel because it was a shooter game, and you're just not used to seeing that type of content from me. But Gears 2 I definitely want to do. Gears 3 will happen as well. We have Gears 3 is 4-player. We already have 2 other people that we want to do with that, and with Twit and myself. I'm not going to spoil any of that just yet. And then the Raptor Pack, being myself, Nick, Nexus, and Mo. We started recording our next LP, being Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army. We want to, or I personally want to have the entire game done before I start uploading, so we don't have a repeat of Dungeon Defenders, where if someone can't record that week, all of a sudden we don't have an episode, you know? So we've knocked out, I think, the first 2 campaigns already, and we're scheduled to record the 3rd one this Friday. So when that starts to upload, you guys won't have to worry about, oh, when's the next episode going to go up, because the entire thing's done. By the way, this is an update for this channel, not our second channel. I just wanted to throw that little piece of information in there in case there's some of you guys that didn't know about it. We do have a second channel, so you guys can check it out, yada yada yada. I know I've been talking about doing a lot of traveling as of late. Until the end of the year, I only have 1 trip planned as of right now. And that is to Las Vegas. I know I mentioned Jamie's in Vegas right now. Myself, PK Sparks, Twit, Kristen, Shino, and Leo whole bunch of LumioStation conductors. We'll be in Vegas the weekend of Halloween, the very last weekend, and of course we want to hold a fan meetup, or just a meetup period. I hate saying the word fan, it's so awkward. But we're of course gonna be holding a meetup. Ideally I want to do the meetup at the Adventure Dome in Circus, because it's like a little miniature theme park, and we can like hang out and go ride roller coasters and shit like that. You know, something other than just standing around saying hi, waving our hands, and you know, do a couple free-for-alls and part ways. You know, yeah, I actually want to go and do something, so we can do the free-for-alls and do all the other stuff as well, and then go ride roller coasters and shit. So I'll upload a video probably the week of, probably that Monday or something like that, talking about it, mentioning it, so that you guys that are in the Las Vegas area or in the area of the United States that want to come out and spend that afternoon with us, then by all means be our guest. But that's the last trip that I have planned so far for this year as of right now. Never know what could happen. I might have something else planned, but like I said, that's the last trip that I have planned for right now, because immediately after that Oris drops, and that's 100% focused. We gotta play that. We gotta play that. We gotta play that. But I'll mention Oris here in a little bit when we talk about future projects. Only other things that I want to speak on before we talk about projects in general. We are currently sitting at, let me get the accurate number for you guys. Let me get the 100% accurate number for you guys. We are at 193,577 subscribers. We are currently, what, 6,400 roughly away from 200,000 subscribers. That's insane. That is insane. 200,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know this time of year slows down for a lot of people because a lot of people have school and whatnot, but still, whenever we hit that, I don't know what we're gonna do. I know originally I said I wanted to do another Omega meetup, but I don't know if I want to do that, because it's like we've already done that so many times. Like, this would be like our 4th time doing that. A lot of you guys have asked me to do a Draw My Life. A lot of you guys want me to do a t-shirt campaign. If you guys noticed, we did get new branding, a new banner on the channel. I'll probably end up getting a t-shirt that matches that with that new Gengar art that I have with the crown. He's holding the shadow ball and everything. And I'll probably launch that as a Teespring campaign, and it'll be available for a couple weeks. So if you guys want to catch like the special 200k shirt or whatever, we can make that happen. But I don't know if we'll do Omega or a Draw My Life or something like that. We'll see. My life's not that interesting, so I don't know if you guys really want me to do a Draw My Life. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with that. But still, thank you guys so much for your support. You know, I say it all the time, but for real, 200,000 subscribers, that's insane. The Nappy Nation has grown to unparalleled amounts. That's ridiculous. 200,000. Last thing that I wanted to speak on is something that I'm sure a couple of you guys have heard being tossed around in the community a little bit, and that's the term ditto. That's the notion of somebody being a ditto. If you guys don't know what that means, if you can't put 2 and 2 together and figure it out, ditto, what does ditto do? Ditto transforms, he copies somebody else. So the term dittoing someone is copying someone. And that's been something that has been a problem that's been running rampant in our community for a long time. And I'm sure some of you guys as just viewers don't really notice, or you probably don't even care. I just wanted to talk about it because I wanted to talk about it directly to you guys in relation to our content on our channel. But the notion of dittoing has gone around, and it's become very, very rampant as of late. And I just want to let you guys know that I strive 100% to provide the most original content that I can. You know, even if it's something like for example with TCG, like I know trading card openings, it's not new. People have done that before. But what I did was I took it, and you know, with my face cam on the left hand side and then the opening on the right hand side, you know, I tried to change it and make it so that it's unique. It's special to our channel. You see what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to provide the same content that you can go find on someone else's channel. You know, I don't want to upload the same old boring shit that 4 or 5 other PokeTubers do. So when it comes to dittoing, I just want you guys to know that you'll probably never ever have to worry about it here. And I guess I wouldn't have to really mention it at all either, but it's just, I don't know. It's just something that's so aggravating. It's so aggravating from a content creator's perspective, because it's like I said, I strive to make content unique to our own channel. And it really demotivates you, and it really sucks when, you know, I go through all this time and effort of creating something that's unique to us, and then I turn around the next day and see somebody else has just straight copied it and doing it on their channel. So I don't know, it is what it is. I just wanted to remind you guys that I'm doing the best that I can to bring you guys the best content possible, because I just appreciate the support, just all the support. Here I am saying thank you again. But I mean, it's in my nature. It's how my mama raised me. It's how my mama raised me. But anyways, let's get on to the actual content portion of this. Let's talk about what we've been doing. Wi-Fi battles. Wi-Fi battles. That was such a gung-ho attempt for a week, and then I went out of town, and then I came back, and I just couldn't really mount an offensive to get it back up and running. Really, the biggest issue that stopped that was the fact that I didn't really fit in the channel schedule anywhere. You know, if I wanted to do daily Wi-Fi battles, we'd have like 3-4 uploads a day. And it's like, I can't do that because, number one, that's just going to tire me out and leave no time for the second channel. And number two, nobody has time for that this time of year because everyone's in school doing a whole bunch of stuff. And, you know, I can't upload 4 videos a day and expect you guys to watch all 4 of them. So, I think what I'm going to try and do in an upcoming schedule that I'm going to try and implement, because I really just want to streamline everything down. You know, I want to make everything super simple as I possibly can. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep the Wi-Fi battles there because I enjoyed them and some of you guys enjoyed them as well, and I think what I want to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up doing them every other day, so it'll be one of those things that's like free-for-all Wi-Fi, free-for-all Wi-Fi, free-for-all Wi-Fi, because that'll implement more free-for-alls into the channel, which I know you guys love, and at the same time we can keep Wi-Fi battles, and then we'll have an LP part as the other upload for that day. See what I'm saying? And then days like Thursday when we have top 5, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, we'll talk about it. See, that's what I'm talking about though. Like, that would be 3 uploads in a day, and I don't want to do that. 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 So I don't know. If anything gets cut, it will most likely be Wi-Fi battles though, because it's just like, I'm not a Wi-Fi channel to begin with. I'm not super duper confident in my Wi-Fi abilities, and I want to upload a whole bunch of shitty ass Wi-Fi battles when I could spend more time into something else that I'm actually really decent at that you guys would enjoy. So I don't know, we'll see. Wi-Fi battles are kind of just like in limbo here. I don't have an official schedule for what I'm going to do next, but whenever I do, I'm sure I'll mention in the video. You guys can catch on to it, and of course the about section of the channel will be updated too with the current schedule and whatnot too. But yeah, that's Wi-Fi battles. When it comes to free-for-alls, top 5s, those are continuous series on the channel that aren't going anywhere. Free-for-all has never been on any sort of schedule. Those just get uploaded whenever, and we're almost 50 episodes into it now, which is insane. 50 episodes for any series is crazy, and you guys have just come out and shown your support since episode 1. You guys love it. And one thing I wanted to mention, because a lot of you guys mention all the time, like, oh, you should invite so-and-so on, or you should invite this person, you should invite that person. Like, one of the things that makes free-for-alls as successful as it is, and one of the things that makes it so entertaining for you guys, is the banter between myself and the guests that I have on. The reason for that is because I'm really good friends with those people. You know, we can sit there and crack jokes, we can do all that stuff because I talk to them on a daily basis. You know, while it'd be nice to see me collaborate with Joe Schmo and all these other people, if I don't speak to them on a regular basis, I'm just gonna have some awkward commentary accompanying some Wi-Fi gameplay. You know, it's not gonna make a good free-for-all. So I'm looking into grabbing a few other people that aren't regularly on the channel and whatnot, but the free-for-all series for the most part, I don't want to say that a majority of the people that I would traditionally have on there have appeared on there already, but probably what will end up happening is I'll try and space them out as much as possible. Like, for example, Nick, Sacred Fire Hero, and PK, we haven't seen them on the free-for-all series in at least a good month or 2, so they'll probably be on an upcoming session just because they haven't been involved in a while. So I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening. I know I want to get Leo 6-Foot Hacks on there because he hasn't been on there yet, but his work schedule has him so busy and so preoccupied. So I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna shake the guests up a little bit. But yeah, free-for-alls and top 5s aren't going anywhere as of right now. I'm sure top 5 is gonna play out the same way that it did last year, where, you know, it's starting to kind of sort of get a little bit stale toward around this time of year. You know, we're just doing the same basic shit, and then once Orash drops, I'm sure we'll launch season 5 of top 5, and we'll have a whole bunch of Orash themes, top 5s and whatnot. And then after that, I don't know how large the channel will be then, but I'm sure people will want us to redo typings for a 3rd time. You know, I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening with it. But top 5 for now, we're just gonna play out with the random different topics like that until Oris drops, and then I'm sure we'll launch a whole bunch of Oris themes top 5 as well. But top 5 and not viewer free for alls, top 5 and free for alls aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Speaking of viewer free for alls, those are the 2 streams that are currently on the channel: Wonder Trade Wednesday and viewer free for alls. Viewer free for alls is still roughly kind of sort of new, and we haven't had it for the past 2 weeks because I was dead tired after traveling back from Omaha on Sunday, and I would have not have been entertaining to have on a live stream. And then this past Sunday, yesterday, I was out of town dealing with my family, so it's kind of an inconvenience. Everything gets pushed back. But viewer free for alls I enjoy doing. That really spawned because we did free for alls traditionally, and a lot of you guys wanted to get involved with it. So I was like, well, let's just do a whole live stream where we just do free for alls with you guys. And that happens every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's a European-friendly stream as well. It's doing all right as of right now. I'm gonna keep doing it just because I love it. To be 100% honest, I just love the interaction, because it's like, it's not me and somebody else hosting the stream. It's just me by myself sitting there interacting with you guys directly, one-on-one. You know, so I just fucking love it. I love it so much. And Wonder Trade Wednesday, you guys have been killing it with the support on that as well. It still blows my mind how interactive and how supportive you guys are on Wonder Trade Wednesday. It really does, because that was something that I decided to do like that. Like, I was watching the one integral he did, I think it was back on Valentine's Day. He was doing a Love Disc Wonder Trade Wednesday stream, and I'm like, this is so simple and so amazing. Like, he's just sitting here interacting with his viewers and Wonder Trading off Pokemon. Like, I want to do this. There's something on my fucking monitor, and I don't know what the hell it is. And it is kind of creepy. That's fine. This monitor's leaving sometime soon. It keeps cutting off on me. So I went ahead and ordered a new monitor earlier today. So you're going to get replaced, buddy. By the way, yeah, Wonder Trade Wednesday, you guys, it was a decision that I made to do. You know, I hadn't really done any Wonder Trade stuff on the channel before then, because that was before the Wonderlock as well. And I was just like, let's do it. And we did it. And after like the first 10 weeks, you guys just... again, the support just came out, and it's insane. And now we're to the point now where we have 3,000 plus people in the live stream every week. Well, maybe not as since school started, because a lot of you guys are doing homework or extracurricular activities or anything like that. But you know, we had upwards of 3,000 people in there every Wednesday for Wonder Trading, and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy how we've managed to snowball this into what it is. So I have no plans of stopping Wonder Trade. I know some people like to gem Pokemon. I feel like that's one of the special things about Wonder Trade, is the fact that I take the time out to breed all the Pokemon. Some weeks they may not be the world's greatest Pokemon that we're sending off, but other weeks I try my hardest to get you guys some decently bred Pokemon instead of just some gen stuff. So I don't know, I see it as a little bit special, but it is what it is. When it comes on the topic of streams, some of you guys might have noticed that we've been streaming on Twitch a tiny bit more. I don't want to commit myself to like daily Twitch live streams. I know when I started my Twitch up a while ago, that's what I try to do. I don't really want to commit myself to that either right now, just because that creates like something else that I have to upload on the channel the next day, which I didn't upload last night's Zeta stream. I just fucking remembered that. God damn it. I'll probably upload that later today as well, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that's like, I enjoy doing it, and it really started because I was bored one night, and I'm like, I wasn't really feeling all too hot, so I was just like, you know what, let's just go live stream, because live stream always raises your mood. It always makes me feel better interacting with you guys, and it worked. And I thoroughly enjoyed playing Zeta version over on Twitch, and I'm sure you guys have seen the archive uploads on YouTube. That's really just there for people that missed it. Like, I don't really give a whole lot about, you know, how well does this do, how does that do. That's why I upload it at midnight or at 2 o'clock in the morning, because it's just there for archive purposes. But unfortunately, spoiler alert, we lost Zeta last night on the Twitch, and that part will get uploaded later today, so you guys can see the destruction of our team, which honestly I don't mind too much, because I've actually want to LP those games, because Zeta is really, really good. I really thoroughly enjoy playing through it, so that might be an LP we do over this summer, this upcoming summer, or something like that. We might visit Zeta again and do a proper LP of it. But to that extent, we jokingly mentioned one time, because we caught a Palkia in Zeta, you know, it'd be fun to do a legend lock where, you know, we play through the game, kind of sort of like an egg lock format. I don't think we can put them in eggs because they're legends. They might be considered bad eggs, but we'd randomize it somehow. And every time you catch a Pokemon, you swap it out for a legendary Pokemon. And of course, we're going to play a harder ROM hack. I think we're going to do Pitch Black or something like that. But it's going to be one of those things where, you know, you play through the game as a legend or not as a legend. You play through the game with a team of legends, and I feel like we should implement some sort of rule where it's like you can only have so many Pokemon on your team or so. I don't know, we'll work out the details, but that's going to be our next live stream series, and there will be an archive upload of it on the channel, of course, for those of you guys that miss out on it, especially because now with Twitch's new terms of service or whatever, they don't save all your streams. They only save streams for maybe a week and a half. My monitor just went out. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then they delete it. So it's like, if I don't archive it on the channel, then it's just gone forever. You know? So, well, I'm going to be doing the Legend Lock over on Twitch. Again, I'm not going to commit myself to any sort of schedule over there. It's really just going to be whenever I have some downtime that I just want to sit down and play and interact with you guys, then we'll do that, and then I'll upload on the channel the next day. So if you guys aren't following over on the Twitch and you want to be notified whenever we go live via email, in case you're not up on Twitter or YouTube, then link to the Twitch, of course, will be in the description as well. You can head on over there, hit that little follow button, and it'll let you know. If you want to go the extra mile, you can subscribe over there as well. You don't have to, but subscribing does get you different perks, like you'll have a little Gengar icon next to your name in the chat. You can use the emoticons we have over there. It'll get you priority, like when we're nicknaming Pokemon, or if we do free-for-alls or whatever. You know, I'll choose subscribers over everybody else, which kind of sort of sounds messed up, but you gotta understand, like, they went the extra mile, so it's like our way of rewarding them. So yeah, so the Twitch, like I said, if you want to go over there and support it, link is in the description and whatnot. It'd be appreciated. With all that said and done, though, let's talk about our current series on the channel. Let's start with TCG. Trading card game stuff. I used to do it on the channel a long time ago, like a year, 2 years ago. I did trading card openings back in like 5th gen time with, what did I open? Did I open up the... I think I opened up the Samurai tin, you know, stuff like that when 5th gen first dropped. You know, we were opening up stuff like that, and like I did Dragon's Vault with Rayquaza and all that stuff, Mewtwo tins for the Mewtwo EX with X-Ball and all that stuff. And I've gotten back into it a little bit as of late, trying to open up all the 6th gen stuff, and you guys seem to be enjoying it so far, and I'm glad. I know it doesn't do as well as like free-for-alls or anything like that, but that's really just because we don't have a set TCG audience on the channel yet. I've been talking to a few other TCG YouTubers. I would absolutely love to find some way to do some cooperative stuff with some TCG YouTubers. I know Water and Grass sent me a couple stuff. I was talking to, I can't remember his name right now. Oh, it kills me, it kills me, it kills me. He's got a long name. I can see his channel and everything in my head. But I was talking to a couple other people. Unlisted Leaf is another one. He puts out crazy good content. I'd love to do some sort of collaboration project with him. But TCG stuff is just, it's so much fun. So far, all we've really touched on the channel is like the collection aspect, like unboxing and stuff like that. We haven't really messed with like the trading card game online. I love playing the trading card game online. I've gotten back into it over the past like 2 weeks or so, and I've just been playing it daily, trying to unlock decks and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see what we can do involving that. I don't know if I really want to necessarily bring TCG trading card game TCGO stuff to the channel. I might just stream that over on Twitch some nights. I'm still trying to unlock decks on there because it's weird. Like, maybe I just haven't noticed it, or they just don't have the feature available at all. But like, you can't actually pay for decks. Like, you have to build up in-game currency to unlock other decks, or else you're just stuck with whatever TCGO cards you might have to build decks off that, or the decks that they give you, which is like the basic fire, basic water, basic grass, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening with that. I might head out and just get a whole bunch of pre-built decks, like the Solar Strike Plasma Blast deck that I have here that runs that Volcarona and that Deluge Blastoise. It's really, really nice. I have this in the TCG because I bought the actual deck. I bought this back at PAX Prime. So I want to get a couple other decks like that and try and get into deck building a little bit more. But I don't know, we'll see what it is. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I want to bring TCGO to the channel or not, but it'll definitely end up being over on the Twitch 100%. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. To that extent, like I said, TCG is done and over with. That's going to be incorporated in with the P.O. Box pulls as well, if you guys want to send in cards or anything like that. Everything else that's been happening on the channel, I'm going to address this again right now because I guess some people missed out on that update video when I mentioned it. Gale of Darkness was canceled. That is our first official canceled LP. And the reason for that is because it was an aggravation and a half to record. It took forever to render out. I don't know why. I had to do like some other special method to render it that took twice as long. and it was just one of those things where it's like I really wasn't feeling the game either. Like, it was fun, but it wasn't really fun. It wasn't as fun as other games we were playing, and you guys could pick up on the fact that I wasn't enjoying it, and the support fell off on it. So I don't know, you guys can make up any reason or any excuse for it that you want. I just gave you my reasonings for it. But Gale of Darkness, ultimately I decided to go ahead and pull, and like I said, I'd rather just focus on other things that I have more fun doing, you know, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You know, I'd rather just sit here and have fun producing content, interacting with you guys, and if I'm not having fun playing a game, then why am I playing it? So I went ahead and just cut Gale of Darkness. I'm not saying that I'll never ever touch Gale of Darkness again. You know, maybe a year from now or whatever, we'll jump back in and play some more Gale of Darkness. I'll probably restart the LP and just end up privating the videos that we did already of it. But I'm going to leave those up for now, and whenever we do Gale of Darkness again, I'll go ahead and private those. But I may touch Gale of Darkness again. If not, then I'll never know the greatness that is Gale of Darkness, because it's not Coliseum. You know, that's one of the biggest things. You know, I grew up playing Coliseum, and I never touched Gale of Darkness as a kid, so now playing Gale of Darkness is just like, this isn't Coliseum. And everyone says that Gale of Darkness is so much better than Coliseum, but I wasn't seeing it. I don't know. Blaze Black 2, Volt White 2, the cooperative egglock with Callum. How do I approach this? A lot of you guys were hyped that Blaze Black 2 was happening. And then when you found out that Callum was a part of it, a lot of you guys kind of sort of shied away from it, because you guys were saying, oh, this isn't going to be the exact same. You know, I was hoping this was going to be Blaze Black Part 2, which technically is. And I understand, you know, a lot of you guys enjoyed it because it was that surprise element. A lot of you guys enjoyed it because it was like your eggs were used twice in the same LP, or yada yada yada, or they at least had the potential to. But I understand, I hear you guys, and I know that you guys want a solo Blaze Black 2 LP, Blaze Black 2 Egglock, you know, being a proper sequel to our Blaze Black Egglock that we did about a year ago. So hopefully, probably after ORAS, we might dive into Blaze Black 2 and do a proper solo LP of it. And I don't know, I feel like I had a ton of fun doing Blaze Black. That's probably my favorite LP on the channel right now. So hopefully when we dive into that, it'll be an entirely different experience than playing through it with Callum, because I feel like I understand what you guys are saying. You know, it wasn't the exact same. You know, I didn't do as many voices. You know, we didn't approach everything the same way that we normally would on this channel because of Callum's presence there. I'm not saying that we put out a bad product with Callum by any means. I don't think that at all. It's just, it wasn't what everyone expected. So I'm sure we'll end up doing Blaze Black 2 again, probably sometime in the summer. But yeah, I would kind of sort of want to space Egglocks out. You know, I don't want to do Egglock back to back. You know, we did that for a little while on the channel with Platinum, and then we did Sacred Gold, and then we did Blaze Black, and then, you know, it was just like, let's calm down with Egglocks for a little while. So probably in the spring will be our next Egglock, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is going to be dominant for the next couple months, and we'll touch on it then again, I'm sure, after we finish another solo LP and whatnot. Speaking of co-ops, though, there is another potential co-op in the works. I don't want to speak on it too much. It should be happening this Friday. It should be happening this Friday. I'm not going to give you guys any more information about that, other than part 1 of it should be going up this Friday. If you want a specific time, we can say... No, I'm not going to say a specific time. Just keep your eyes peeled. This Friday, a new cooperative project with myself and somebody else is launching. And that's all the information I'm going to give you guys. I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not going to say who it is or what game we're playing. Just keep your eyes peeled on Friday for a part 1 of a new co-op. Speaking of... No, I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going to say, speaking of part 1s, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Platinum just finished, and Platinum was another one of those LPs that was kind of sort of like Blaze Black 2, Volt White 2, where it started off really, really great, and then the audience kind of sort of got divided. You know, there was this audience of people that didn't really like how we randomized it. There was this audience of people that didn't really like how slow we were going through the game. You know, I just want to do something new. You know, like, for the most part, we tend to go through LPs kind of quickly on this channel, so I just wanted to take my time with the game. You know, I just wanted to go through and just experience the game as we would you know, when the game actually came out. You know, I think a lot of people with the notion that, oh, you're playing this on the emulator, emulators have a speed up button, you should be using the speed up button. You know, that was the mindset that they used. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, people just aren't used to seeing natural paced LPs on YouTube, because everybody uses the speed up button when they use emulators. So for me to sit there and not use the speed up button, you know, it just became a little stale for you guys, and I can understand that. And we weren't making a whole lot of pace to the game. I feel like if we were continuing at the pace that we were going at right now, we'd like just now be finishing the Giratina stuff, and we'd be on like episode 50. You know, it'd be like a 60-part Platinum LP, which, you know, I can agree is kind of sort of lengthy, especially since we played through Platinum Egglock in like 15 episodes last year. So I don't know. Either way, we finished it. I felt like the ending was really hype. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the ending as well, and ultimately, I would have changed a few things about that LP. It didn't end up the way I expected it to. I can say that much, but that's not because of you guys or anything like that. It's just a few things behind the scenes didn't work the way they were supposed to, so the LP kind of sort of just became what it was and not what I exactly wanted it to be. So I don't know when's the next time we're gonna visit 4th gen. It probably won't be with Platinum, because we've done 2 LPs based off of Platinum, being the Platinum Egglock and now the Platinum Randomizer. So I don't know, we'll see what ends up happening next time we visit 4th gen. I have no plans to visit it again right now, per se. But I don't know, we'll see. But either way, Platinum, it went over well. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And the only other LP that's currently going on that we're associated with is Ash Gray, and that's over on Lumios. I know we haven't had an episode of that in the past 3 weeks. Just again, like I said, we had the Lumios tournament. I didn't get a chance to record, and I was out of town for Omaha. I didn't get a chance to record. I was out of town this past weekend. I didn't get a chance to record. So just little things keep coming up that's preventing me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So hopefully this upcoming Sunday we'll have an episode of Ash Gray, and I'm pretty sure we're near the end of the game. You know, we have 7 badges already as it is. I don't know to what extent the game has been updated to. I don't know all the Orange Island stuff that's in there. I know we have the Mewtwo event and a couple other things, but it's been going on for almost 30 weeks now over on Lumios. So hopefully we can wrap that up sometime soon. It's not one of my favorite LPs that I've ever done. I look at the graphics on it, and not to cut down the person that made it. If they end up watching this, you know, you did a great job. You know, I'm not putting it down at all. It's just like, I feel like at this point in time, being 30 weeks later, you know I can put forth so much of better content. So I'm sure we'll end up wrapping that up sometime soon. And LumioStation's actually coming up on their year anniversary. You know, we're almost 52 weeks into LumioStation. So if you guys don't know what LumioStation is, you know, check that out in the description. Link to it should be there. It's a community channel that I run in association with a lot of other PokeTubers as well. And trust me when I say, I'm looking at it right now on my screen, there are so many big things coming on Lumios. So many big things coming on Lumios that I can't even talk about with you guys yet, because gotta have that surprise factor and whatnot. So definitely go check out the Ash Gray LP over there and LumioStation as a whole, because there's a lot of good stuff that goes up over there every single day. I feel like a lot of people forget about it, to be honest, because people are so focused on their own main channels, like their own primary channels. Like, I'm so focused on this that, oh hey, I forgot LumioStation's over there and they have 2-3 new videos of content that I should go watch. So definitely go check them out and show your support to Lumios, because that's just amazing. And of course, when we had 100k on Lumios, which we're only like 12 or 13k away from right now, we have a whole gigantic celebration plan over there. So definitely make sure you head over there and subscribe to LumioStation if you haven't already. Last thing, there's 2 other things that I want to talk about. Our next primary project to replace Platinum will be Pokemon Sweet version. If you guys attended last week's Wonder Trade Wednesday, you saw a preview of it, you saw the intro, I showed you guys. This Friday, we should have 2 part 1s going up this Friday, being Pokemon Sweet, which I'm sure will be Choose My Starter, and I'll leave that up all weekend. Excuse me. I've been a little sick as of late, and I'm surprised I was able to talk for almost 40 minutes now without coughing once. But Pokemon Sweet version, we'll start this Friday. It'll probably be a Choose My Starter thing, and I'll let that run through the weekend, and then Monday we'll dive into it with daily episodes and whatnot. But for those of you guys that don't know what Pokemon Sweet is, Pokemon Sweet, and the reason I really want to do it is I'm pretty sure it's a Fire Red ROM hack or Leaf Green ROM hack, one of the two. And what they did was they took the entire game and they changed it. Like, they have some 6th gen Pokemon, some 4th and 5th gen Pokemon in there as well. But what they did, it's called Pokemon Sweet version because the entire world is like Candyland. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like Candyland, and all the Pokemon have been changed into like some food equivalent. You know what I mean? Like there's Stunfisk, but instead of just being like a regular Stunfisk, he's a stack of pancakes. You know, little shit like that. It's crazy. But the one thing that really is crazy about it is how they took the core system of the game itself and changed it. What I mean by that is like typings are no longer the same. You know, everything's been replaced by a flavor or a fruit or something or whatever. So instead of having like fire typing, there's apple typing in the game. You know, there's banana typing, there's vanilla typing, which is like normal. You know what I mean? So really, it's like when I start playing it, it's gonna be like playing a brand new Pokemon game. Like I have to relearn all the basic typings in the game to play through it. You know, I have to relearn all the regular stuff. The Pokédex is no longer called the Pokédex; it's called the Cookbook. You know, stuff like that. So it's just, you know, I saw Nick play it. I saw Callum and Patters play it as well. And I've been playing this for a while now, since like episode 10 of Platinum. You know, I was like, I want to play this game. It looks so amazing. So, starting Friday, that's going to be our LP, and that's probably going to be our last main LP until Oris drops. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire comes out, of course, on the 21st, and the demo comes out this Wednesday, and hopefully I can get my hands on a code, or a working code for myself, and we can get some demo gameplay up for you guys. If not, I'm going to have to wait until whenever they release some sort of information about it for the US, which is ridiculous, because we should have it! Ah! But either way, hopefully if I can get my hands on a code that works for me, then we'll have some ORAS demo gameplay up this Wednesday, and we'll probably end up doing a regular playthrough of the demo, a Nuzlocke playthrough of the demo, a live stream playthrough of the demo, and a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just hyped for ORAS. It's really shaping up to be a really amazing game, and I cannot wait to actually LP it as well. But like I said, Pokemon Suite and this upcoming Mystery Co-op are going to debut on Friday. Winter Trait Wednesday, viewer free-for-alls, top 5 free-for-alls themselves aren't going anywhere. Wi-Fi battles are kind of sort of in limbo as of right now. Ash Gray's going on over on LumioStation. The P.O. Box, like I said, information for that is in the description. P.O. Box pull should be coming up soon. TCG is still going to stay on just Sunday mornings. I know we did the Phantom Gate opening, but that was kind of like a mini series, a mini special thing. But those TCG is still going to remain once a week. Twitch is still going to be a thing. The Legend Lock is happening over there, as well as some TCGO stuff. Second channel is still a thing. Don't worry about it. We might have a few laps where things might not go up over there, but Skyrim is still a thing. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, will be happening tonight as well, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you go check it out. I know a lot of stuff is happening, and this is probably the longest fucking update video that I've ever done, but it needs to be done because I want to keep you guys updated on everything that's happening. And if you've watched this far into it, then leave the word purple in the comment section. Don't leave just purple. Leave purple and your thoughts on everything that's happening so far. Because I've done this in videos before. I'm like, if you watch this far, say purple, and then the whole comment section is just filled with purple. But then nobody leaves what they think, you know? So let us know what you think of stuff. You don't have to let us know, you don't have to like make a comment on everything that I touched on. If there's something that stood out to you more so than something else, then share your thoughts on that, on those one or two things and whatnot. But besides that, we're almost to 200K. Thank you all so much for your support. Legit, it's amazing. I never ever would have thought that we would have come this far, especially just playing Pokemon. Like just playing Pokemon, it's insane. It's really insane. And if you guys want me to put this in perspective even more for you, like I know we're almost 45 minutes into this and I should be wrapping this up, but if you want me to put this in perspective even more for you guys, in the Pokemon community on YouTube, there's maybe 25 to maybe 30 channels at most that are over 100,000 subscribers, and we're one of them. We're one of 25 channels roughly over 100,000 subscribers in this community. The Pokemon community is not that big on YouTube compared to other ones like Call of Duty and Minecraft. We're not that big. So for us as the Nappy Nation to come together and put forth this much support and this much effort to grow this channel into what it has become, that's insane. That is legit insane. So thank you guys so much for your support. Just know that even though I might say that 400,000 times in a video, thank you, and I mean it. I mean it. So thank you all so much. We'll figure out what we're gonna do for 200K. But with that being said, like I said, share with us your thoughts on everything that we spoke about, or not everything, but whatever stood out to you the most in today's update video. And we're gonna have some free-for-alls and whatnot until Friday when the new series drop. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out. Thank you all so much once again for your support. You know me, Nappy192.